Previously on the Ha Giang Loop. We joined onto the loop from the east and made our way to an absolutely gorgeous scenic town called Motorbike.
Keeps going, it keeps going. Oh, and then it flattens out.
The roads were twisty and the mountains were luscious and green, and we found one of the most spectacular sunset spots on planet Earth.
And he's just sat there on that bloody thing. No chance.
So strap in and sit down as we enjoy another day on this magnificent loop, and get ready to be absolutely blown away as we uncover even more magnificent scenes on day 2 here on the Ha Giang Loop.
Good morning, 7 o'clock, bright and early here today on the Ha Giang Loop. At 4:30 in the morning, the sun rose. It's a lot earlier than other parts of Asia. And so I've just gotten up and we've just driven to this monument here, and we're gonna start day 2 of the loop. But there's a very interesting path that we're gonna be taking. We're not gonna take this, which is the actual Ha Giang Loop, for the first hour or two. Going to be doing a much more interesting and probably dangerous route. I'll show you what I'm talking about now. So what you want to look for is this coffee shop. Now don't worry, as always, I'll put the Google Map links in the description. And this is just one of the turning points to get off the Ha Giang Loop and get onto some of the ancient walking paths. Obviously, way before they built these main roads, the local Hmong tribes and the Vietnamese people and the Chinese people would navigate these mountains on simple paths. And this coffee shop even has a little museum inside which documents some of the history behind it. And as you look at this map here, you can see this blue line, this is the Ha Giang Loop. And then this orange line here, that's the walking path. And we're gonna just take a 7-kilometer stretch of it this morning. It says, welcome to the most beautiful walking path in Vietnam. 7,000 meters, so just over 7 kilometers, and it'll spit us back on the Ha Giang Loop. Even though it says it's a walking path, I'm seeing the locals drive up. So let's do it. Let's do a 7-kilometer drive on the sky path, and let's hopefully not fall to our deaths. Okay, through the Jurassic Park gates we go, and onto the sky path. I'm going to talk to you a little bit as I'm doing this because it's terrifying, and I'm just trying to keep calm. So let me tell you that yesterday we actually came up this section of the pass because I saw up here, I saw a bunch of backpackers and their bikes and their bright yellow helmets, and they stuck out like a sore thumb. A bunch of tourists just randomly on the top of this mountain taking pictures because there's a little jagged rock that sticks out. I love the Hmong tribe ladies. They always have the most colourful cardigans and dresses on. Just look to the left here, guys. I mean, unbelievable, right? You can see the misty mountains up ahead. So hopefully, fingers crossed, for the next 7 kilometers it stays like this. Just beautiful views, wide enough to not worry too much. And we'll just take it slow, obviously. 7 kilometers of this, and then we'll get spat back out to the Ha Giang Loop itself. So it's not too bad at the start of a morning, if you ask me. If you're wondering, by the way, you know, can I do the Ha Giang Loop even if I don't drive a motorcycle? Absolutely you can. The tour that I saw yesterday, there was loads of younger people who've never driven motorbikes who were just on an easy rider tour. So they had a Vietnamese guy driving them and they were sat on the back. A little bit more expensive. I think they paid $180 US for a 3-day tour. And that includes all your food and accommodation and your driver. A little bit cheaper if you drive the bike by yourself. And of course there was a few English lads who'd never driven a motorbike in their life and this was the time that they thought best to start learning on this. But hopefully they'll get around, you know, safely. I'm sure they will. And we're just working our way through cornfields. Isn't this just the most beautiful part of the world? Some areas are quite skinny, very skinny. Slow down, Paddy. Up you go, up you go. Up you go. What gear are we in? My muscles are tensed, you know, so it's quite the workout. Already feel a little bit fatigued on my shoulders and my arms because I think I'm just gripping on for dear life, and I need to try and relax into it. Now, I hope this isn't someone's house and this is the end of the street. I've gone the wrong way. I mean, is this it? Hello. Bugger. Been on this 10 minutes, I'm lost already. In a good way. I mean, these people just live up here in isolation. Now, even though I'm experienced on a bike, guys, I've just driven a small Honda like this for the non-stop for the last year and a month, or year and a half, sorry. Look at the view. I still don't consider myself a motorcyclist. I don't consider myself sorry, very good at driving or knowledgeable of what the actual technique is. Now here's a turning, guys. Do you think it's that way? I don't think it's this way, but let's just have a little look at the top of this. Okay, so no, I see steps. This is a walking path that goes all the way along. This is probably like a nature trail. You see how it follows along this thing, and then it looks like there's stairs and stuff. So I don't think it's this way. This is true adventure, isn't it? But I also just want to be sensible. One stupid mistake or a mechanical failure on the brake or whatever, and that's the difference between being alive and being dead. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. If you're wondering, like, oh, but isn't June rainy season? It is rainy season, but it's also known as green season because everything is in bloom. The rice paddies are flooded, which creates amazing reflections. And you know, it doesn't rain every day, all day. Hello. Oh my God, my heart melts when I just see those brightly coloured Hmong tribe villagers in their outfits, just transporting vegetables in their baskets to the next village. It's a simple life personified, isn't it? I wonder what they make of somebody like me driving around with cameras and talking to myself. Must think I'm mad. But yeah, going back to my point, I think June is a really good time of year to be here. July too. Because you get the drama with the clouds in the sky, everything's in green, everything's green and in bloom. There's no smoke or haze, they're not burning the crops or anything. And it's not super hot. And as long as you pack a rain jacket and you can handle driving in a little bit of rain now and again, you're good to go. I feel like this must be it, guys, because where are we? I'm nervously talking to you because it's concentration mode to a max, and also talking just makes me less scared. It's not that scary, but sometimes when you go around the corner and you see the drop, you're like, oh my god. Yeah, this is actually just going to S-bend back down to further back towards where I was staying last night. Like, we've gone back on the Ha Giang Loop, we've not gone forward. I just don't have the navigation tools. Like, Google Maps is no good, there's no signposts, and I've gotten lost 3 times in a row. So, because I want to take us to the most northerly point of Vietnam today, and that's going to be our starting point for this whole adventure. The whole point of me being here is to drive from the very north to the very south, and the very north is about an hour away from here. So I'm going to continue down this little S-bend path instead of turning around, because I'm kind of almost there, and then we'll make our way to the northernmost point. Oh, kickstand. I'm sorry I didn't get to show you 7 kilometers worth of this footage and this road, but I mean, it's beautiful anyway. But I just don't really know what I'm doing. I'm completely not used to this terrain.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that rather raw cut together segment. I normally don't show such long sections of me driving without cutting to music, or, you know, just having a 10-minute section of a video of me just driving one particular road, but it was so scenic and so thrilling that when I was editing that footage, I thought you guys would enjoy, I hope you enjoyed, that rather unedited section of the Sky Pass. And I'm sorry I didn't get to share the entire pass. I'm sure that I probably missed the best parts of it, but like I said, I just didn't have the navigation tools to really get around in one piece. And so I made my way back onto the Ha Giang Loop, and I drove for about 2 hours towards the northernmost point of Vietnam, on the border of China, where they have this beautiful flagpole atop a mountain. This would be the starting point of our adventure. From this point on, it's all south. But let me show you around the flagpole, because it was really interesting.
Welcome to the Long Chu flagpole, aka the marker for the northernmost point of Vietnam. Right there is China, and all behind us is Vietnam. And so this is the starting point. We can officially say we've started now our challenge to go from the northernmost point, right here at the very top of this ginormous flagpole, huge flag by the way, all the way to the southernmost point, which is somewhere past Saigon and the Mekong Delta. I'm not quite sure where it is, but it's very far away. And it will take us, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 weeks from now to get there. Make sure I don't drop you. Woo! You wanna see how high it is? Pretty high. Let me grab this flag and we'll touch it after the ladies.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Can you just hold this for me?
Okay. Không sao anh. Quay anh.
Adventure starts now. Thank you. Woo, okay. Adventure starts now. If you're like episode 5 or 6 into this adventure series and you're thinking, Paddy, you've already started. Technically we've already started, but the geographical challenge starts now. What do we have here? A local selfie spot by the look of it. All the locals have got their gorgeous outfits on, and the girls have got lipstick on and makeup. It's very cute. And the Vietnamese tourists here, Instagram game is strong. And the road twists and turns through epic valleys as per usual. These people are working the land in every corner, but for some reason here it's kind of like a human zoo. Look, Mummy! It's a local person. Look at that up there. I will never ever forget how beautiful the Ha Giang Loop is. Ever. Okay, we've made it to this town here. And what a beautiful place. I've checked into a place called Bong Bang Guest House because when I was talking to the backpackers yesterday, having a few beers, this is where they were staying the previous night, and they said it was really good atmosphere, big crowd, big group of tour group backpackers on the Ha Giang Loop. And so I'm kind of hacking that. Instead of paying money to go on the tour, I'm just staying here, and hopefully a big group of people will come in tonight or this afternoon. Still quite early, it's not even 3 o'clock yet. So stay tuned for the next episode where we complete the loop. I'll share with you what it's like to stay here and what the shenanigans happens later. And we'll just share even more epic views of the incredible Ha Giang Loop. So day 3, the final day of the loop, will be tomorrow in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you.